And I think, wouldn't you rather keep it music than to lose it all cause of music? I'm sure that's not how Bambaataa wanted us to use it. Now move it before I lose it. And I'm in it for the long haul. Bars, like lifers in a long haul. Bar, my life rocking mics, I raised the bar. Phased them, dazed them, and blazed them all. Scar, come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Word up, come on with it. Crazy.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
Real cinema, the feature's a top feature. Whose favorite MC is the Bronx teacher? Flows long around hooks so the words reach you. Joe Jackson on you, Micah, beat you. Now beat it before I pull his Tito. In your ego, it's front page news, read it. My style is the barker over beats like Travis, I bark 'em. Spark 'em, overwritten flows like overflowing toilet bowls. The game is a mess. Beef ain't really over with. The only way for me to get over it is to aim at your chest. I rock with a DJ who sets the tone, plugs in 212s and a microphone, and I don't stop rocking the beats and keep rocking. As long as the streets hear heat, they keep popping. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it, cause you know what we got to do. Come on with it.
Me and you getting it on, don't even go there.
Come on with it. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
It's game. Time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. A quick trip here for the Bucks, just one game away before heading back to Milwaukee. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Trevor Ariza. Young is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Monroe. And it's Anderson in at the center, filling out the middle. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season. After all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around, they settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
On the wing, Batum. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Anderson. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Now here's Lillard. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. A second chance effort. And Monroe gets to Ariza. Batum with the steal. Here's Lee. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Lee's got his first basket.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. Batum attacking. Outside, Walker. He feeds it to Lee. Back to Walker. Clock at 6. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Monroe. Young with no one around. They grab their own miss. Ariza kicks to Monroe. Ariza goes in. Plumlee with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Tries to snap the cold streak. Lillard misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Walker the pass to Gibson. Look at that.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the San Antonio Spurs. Lillard outside. Screen by Young. Clock at 6. Lillard dishes to Monroe. Over Gibson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The 76ers leading by 4. Now here's Lee. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Stolen by Monroe. It's deflected. Stolen by Walker. Finished off the break. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Damian Lillard is a two-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
And he should thank the T for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play. And for Lillard, that motivation. Remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving. And Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And remember, Lillard, the former Rookie of the Year, he's had his snubs, but also he's gotten some recognition. Even playing in the Pacific Northwest, he's got his own signature shoe now, and his star definitely on the rise.
And the 76ers making a change here. Zeller's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Plumlee, he's checked in for Anderson. Jabari Parker comes in for Monroe. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Young. And here's Walker. After Lou Williams was able to get the 3 to go. Batum, good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
They set the screen. It's Williams with the drive. They get it back. The 76ers leading by 8. Now Batum. Outside, Walker. He dishes it to Zeller. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Jabari Parker as a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both show they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
Larkin is checked in for Damian Lillard. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 15-4 run right now.
And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And Walker kicks to Diaw. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm, and they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting.
The 76ers leading by 7. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Now here's Williams. He has 5. Ariza with the bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, we can mark those up for him.
Diaw with a wide-open look. That's good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Parker kicks to Williams. Larkin, the pass to Parker. Lock it 2. Williams for 3. That's good. Williams has got 8 points. Outside, Walker. Diaw, the screen. Outside, Batum. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Here's Larkin. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Parker. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And the Bucks arguably were the best story in the Eastern Conference last year. How about going from the bottom of the barrel to a 6th place finish in that Eastern Conference?
Here is Williams. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Plumlee with the screen. A 3-ball. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
And the 76ers call time here.
And the Bucks were average last season. I mean, they were 17-17. Also, 7-7 at home, 10-10 on the road, 5-5 in the games leading up to that. So in every measurable way, they were 500.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Batum. Roberson comes in for Courtney Lee. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Walker. Now here's Zeller. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
You know, just thinking back to that Milwaukee factoid again, I mean, the odds that we'll ever see something like that happen again are minuscule. I mean, that team was just destined to end up 41-41.
And Tucker kicks to Diaw. Zeller against Anderson. And a wide open look for Zeller. The 15-footer, good. Zeller's got his second bucket.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
Lillard. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Tucker can't get it to go.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Anderson. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. .43 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Philadelphia leading by 5. Marshall with it. Lillard picks him up. Feeds it to Robertson. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Great assist by Marshall. Roberson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lillard attacking. Rebound by Marshall.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Over in the corner, Diaw. Wide open. The shot is off.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 8. Live. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Greg Monroe, Damian Lillard out there with Young. Then there's Chris Anderson, and it's Ingles in the small forward.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Dishes to Plumlee. Pass to Tucker. There's the feed to Robertson. Kicks to Gibson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
Monroe dishes to Lillard. No good on the triple.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Plumlee, the pass to Roberson. And Gibson kicks it to Tucker. From outside the arc, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Bucks trail by 8. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up, he can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer, and at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
From 13, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Young kicks to Monroe. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
Plumlee with a screen on Young. And some changes here for the Bucks. Miles Plumlee comes in for Chris Anderson. And Parker's subbed in for Monroe.
Miles Plumlee.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Roberson gets the bucket.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team confines.
Lillard attacking. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough, physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Very good point.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Batum comes in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Kemba Walker in for Marshall. No good from Gibson. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Rockets in Houston. Plumlee with the screen. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The 76ers leading by 8. Walker. Lillard with the rebound.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Plumlee sets the pick for Lillard. For the 3. Basket made. That's his third of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Gibson setting the pick for Walker. Off the pick. And it's Walker again missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
4 on the clock. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And Young, here we go. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Plumlee. Diao comes in for Taj Gibson. And Lee's subbed in for Andre Robertson. Lou Williams is checked in for the Bucks. Larkin comes in for Damian Lillard.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
There's a screen. Left side Williams. Ariza has the open look. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Philadelphia ball.
The 76ers leading by 3. On the wing, Batum. Up top, Walker. 7 points in the game. Here's Zeller. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player, even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. His scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
Walker dishes to Batum. Outside, Walker. The pass to Zeller. Plumlee with the steal. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Really an extraordinary game for Williams. He's got 11 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down. And I think the big thing for Zeller was that he found his role in the league. He knows he'll be an energy guy who has to make the most of his touches. And to his credit, he is nothing but a positive force on the floor.
And it's Walker penetrating. Zeller passes to Diao. Back to Zeller. Outside, Walker. Shoots the 3. Can't hit. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Down low. Here's Diao. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 6 assists now in the game. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Ariza kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Walker. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Lee. Here's Diao. Out to Lee. Walker with a clean look. Drains the 3-pointer. Walker's got 10 points in the game.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Plumlee with the screen. Williams dishes to Ariza. Here's Parker. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And he gets it to go. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Left side, Walker. Passes it to Zeller. And that's a foul. Called on Miles Plumlee. That's foul number 2 for him. Anderson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Monroe comes in for Jabari Parker. Here's Zeller. It's good. The assist that time from Dion. 10 points for Tyler Zeller.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
The 76ers leading by 6. Outside, Walker to the paint. Zeller passes to Dion. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Screen by Monroe. Nobody near Williams. Offline with his 3. And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Dion lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Here's Monroe. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Boris Diaw.
And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Taj Gibson's checked in for Dion. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Nicholas Batum. And Tucker has it in the corner. Offline with his 3. We're talking about Greg Monroe, and Greg, you gave us a nice little synopsis. He doesn't have, Clark, the long-range jumper teams are now asking out of that position in this day and age in the NBA.
Yeah, more teams want that stretch power forward. He's not super athletic. Where he does his greatest damage is in the painted area. There's still value in that.
And Plumlee kicks to Roberson. Here's Gibson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And he sinks the second. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Gibson the screen. There's a screen. He kicks it to Marshall. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Bucks ball.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Monroe. And the baseline jumper, no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Philadelphia ahead. They're up by 6. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Batum. He has 17 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Plumlee. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Marshall in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The Bucks have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
And Tucker kicks to Plumlee. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
Marshall inside the three-point line. Another shot. Young with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came to the league, Parker's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Milwaukee. Parker comes in for Monroe.
And talking about P.J. Tucker, he's really played the same role the past 3 seasons. Excellent inside-out defender, tremendous rebounder for his size, and he really plays within his limitations, taking only shots he can make and also not turning the ball over.
You know, it's funny. We talk about glue guys like Tucker being instrumental to winning the championship, but it's really about trying to find the best guys at what they do. And a case can be made that Tucker is one of the best in the NBA at what he does.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for the 76ers. Diaw comes in for Taj Gibson. Robertson can't hit.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And Lillard gets to Ariza. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 15 points for Trevor Ariza.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Plumlee with the screen. Down low. Off the pick. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Here's Zeller. Trying to find Diaw. Gets it to him. And stolen by Lillard. Back to Parker. To tie. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
And stolen by Ariza. Fast break, here they come. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Lillard with it. Guarded now by Marshall. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Lillard. Now it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Diaw. Batum comes in for P.J. Tucker. Lee's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Walker subbed in for Kendall Marshall. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lou Williams is checked in for Young. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Damian Lillard. Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that'll always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right. Walker, the open look. Gibson. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Gibson's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Chris Anderson has checked in for Miles Plumlee. And Monroe's subbed in for Jabari Parker. 4 on the clock. And Gibson sends it back. And Batum kicks to Lee. And they take the lead. Lee's got his second bucket of the game to go. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And also the ball hawking, the way they've come up with the steals, the way they've harassed the ball handler all day, forcing mistakes. They've really done a nice job of taking it.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Larkin dishes to Williams. Pass to Monroe. Monroe with another miss.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Zeller pass to Lee. Back to Zeller. Anderson with the block. Ariza goes in.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Trevor Ariza. He has 18 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Free throw drops for Ariza.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season. But to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
Gibson setting the pick for Walker. The dish to Zeller. Batum wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Ariza gets the three-pointer to fall. Ariza's got 23 points.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Monroe sets a screen for Williams. Monroe wide open. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Monroe's got 13.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Lillard's checked in.
Into the lineup for the Bucks.
And here's Walker. He's got 10. Gibson the screen. And Walker kicks to Gibson. Here's Lee. Tries from 16. That one goes. Count it. Lee's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Williams kicks to Lillard. Anderson a screen on Walker. Lillard misses.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
The drive by Monroe. The shot by Williams, no good. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 17-7 run. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there. And a a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Lee with the ball. Williams picks him up. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Zeller. And he dunks it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Monroe. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Walker kicks to Batum. A minute 42 left in the third. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And Nicholas Batum injuring his wrist last season. He was pushed in the back by Larry Sanders on a dunk and went down hard.
Monroe sets a screen for Lillard. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Monroe. Monroe's got 15.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Anderson. We saw that wrist bother Batum all season long. His shooting numbers down drastically. Clark, a major blow for him.
And you know what? The league might have to look at that. I mean, Sanders got a 1-game suspension, but is that really enough to discourage that kind of reckless foul? It's a thin line, but I think it's worth a further look.
Timeout called, the Bucks. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
And the 76ers with some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Zeller. Diaw comes in for Taj Gibson. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Walker. And then for Milwaukee, Parker's checked in for Monroe. Joe Ingles comes in for Trevor Ariza. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And Marshall kicks to Lee. To the paint. Trying to find Diaw. Gets it to him. Good D by Parker. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Young. And the powerful one-handed slam.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Batum fires. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Out to the wing. Lillard misses. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with
Boys. Yeah.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play.
Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bill.
Here's Lillard. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. We've got Damian Lillard. Jabari Parker is up there with Plumlee. Then it's Young. And it's Ingles in the 3, the small forward. Fast break, Philadelphia. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws. Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
Young with the ball. Plumlee with the screen. Lillard with no one around. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Plumlee.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Lillard, right side. Marshall with the steal. He feeds it to Diaw. Philadelphia moving the ball around. He dishes it to Tucker. 6 on the shot clock. Plumlee against Diaw. Can't hit from in close. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Lillard, right side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands. Always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping. And he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. And Clarkie keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Here's Diaw. Good D by Parker. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Now, here's Lillard. Feeds it to Parker. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. Plumlee with the screen. Marshall dishes to Plumlee. Roberson the pass to Diaw. Pass to Marshall. Here's Tucker. Misses the 3. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Here's Diaw. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Diaw. Batum comes in for P.J. Tucker. Lee's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Kemba Walker in for Kendall Marshall. Timeout called the Bucks. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Plumlee. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Parker. Ariza comes in for Joe Ingles. Lou Williams is checked in for Young. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Damian Lillard. Got a piece of it. Lee with the steal. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. And he gets it to go. Batum's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Williams kicks to Monroe. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Gibson's got 8 rebounds in this game. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Chris Anderson is checked in for Miles Plumlee. Gibson the screen. And it's Walker penetrating. Zeller with it. Now Monroe defending. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. That is good. 15 points for Williams.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here's Zeller. And the rejection by Monroe. Leaves the dishes to Larkin. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
That's his second personal.
Here's Larkin. Guarded by Walker. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Monroe. And he dunks it down.
Assisted.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 16 points for Tyler Zeller. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Larkin, the pass to Ariza. Here's Monroe. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Gibson. 76ers trailing. And Lee with the stop.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Larkin. They set the pick. And Williams, here we go. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Gibson.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Lee. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Larkin. Monroe in the corner. Pulls up on the wing. And right through it goes. Monroe's got 4 this quarter. Pick by Zeller. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Again, Philadelphia.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Kemba Walker with an eerily similar season once again. Stats the last 3 years have ironically been very close.
Yeah, you talked about those 3 years. Almost 18 points a game in around 35 minutes. So did so on just under 16 shots as well. So becoming more and more efficient.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
You know, it's kind of one of those weird anomalies when you look at Kemba's numbers, because in each of those seasons, he played a different number of games. Just one of those kind of quirky, weird things we pick up on sometimes when our brain is foggy.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
And for Walker, guys, and his stats, even for players considered consistent, there is more variation than what Walker has put up.
Ariza outside, beyond the arc. And no, that doesn't go. He's made 8, but that's his 3rd miss. Batum attacking. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Lewis Williams.
At the line for your 76ers.
And guys, Nicholas Batum is a real greyhound on the floor. The guy's got long strides, runs fast, long and limber. Clarkie. He covers a lot of ground.
Extremely active at both ends of the court, Kevin. Great versatility. He can defend 3 positions, and he's played big minutes for the Blazers.
And guys, now the NBA has what's called player tracking. I mean, they can show how much ground a player can cover over the course of a season. And Nicholas Batum, always amongst the leaders. 2 seasons ago, he was number 1.
Lillard misses. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Walker dishes to Gibson. The 76ers with another miss.
And Batum with that slender build, you know, you like his height and length, but he can get pushed around at times. I think he can still stand to add some strength.
Taking a look at Lou Williams last year, kind of a typical year for him, a lot of scoring on bad efficiency.
Yeah, and for Lou, he did make it over the 40% field goal mark, but just barely.
Just barely, you're right. And Parker drops them both.
You know, with Williams, it's more about his ability to create his own shot than his efficiency. That's why he's best suited as a 6th man, in my opinion.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Right side, Lee. Plumlee with the steal. Lillard the best to a reason. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10.
And Williams certainly does personify that 6th man role of instant offense, but it'll be hard to see him in the starting lineup with the way his shooting numbers are.
Lillard against Walker. Lillard dishes to Williams. Back to Lillard. Fires from 18. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Lou Williams.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg, does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Plumlee with the screen. Lillard attacking. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Lillard's got 15 points in just the second half. Lillard against Walker. Outside, Batum to the inside. And it's Gibson finishing it off. Great game for him. Double-double down. 11 points and 11 rebounds. Plumlee with the screen. Back to Williams. The tray. They get the rebound. Nobody near Parker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And guys, you've seen it countless times in a close game. Hustle plays can really make the difference.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. .129 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Zeller. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Milwaukee. All free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Walker against Lillard. And Zeller kicks to Walker. Back to Zeller. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard with the rebound.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
The Bucks working the ball around. Count it!
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Walker goes in and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now Lillard. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Williams for 3. Zeller grabs the board. Lee outside. Here's Batum. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride.